Today's this video is about a job, a RAC database. In, when you do the restore or backup or restore or duplication, always something is wrong. You have to drop the database. In the RAC case, a little bit different from the single database. There are some steps to follow. The way you're doing, you really have two ways you can do. One is a drop RAC database using DBCA. Its tools, GUI tools, pretty safe. But another side, you can drop RAC database using command like SQL and also SRV CTL tool. So let's talk about is the two-way, how can we do it. The first one is a drop RAC database using DBCA. That is pretty easy to do. You start DBCA. First screen, you have this list here. You select delete database. The next one, you pop up the database list here. You select one, select test. Right? You put in your, this is database sys password. You put in. The next screen will be really ask you about EM. This actually doesn't matter, so you just click next. It gives you the summary about what is going to drop. Say about control files and also data files, which one online logs. When you got this stage, you click on finish. You're done. It's played. It's clean. But usually, it's another way. So if I say people don't want to use the GUI, so they always use to the SQL and SRV CTL. This is the second way to do it. In order to do this, a drop using command line is more steps. Actually, it's really easy compared with the other things. The first one, you have to declustering database. The command you're using is elder system set cluster database goes to false. Escape to the SP file. SD equals to both, right? So when you issue the command, it shows you a system is altered. The second is you stop the database using SRV CTL. So you just type the SRV CTL stop database, your database name. Database is going to stop. When database stopped, you start restore tomorrow. So the command you're using is just start mount exclusive restrict. This database, when it starts, no one can access it. The next one you will do is to drop the database. You log in, and because it is mounted, database mounted, you drop database. When you drop database, it shows your database dropped. When database is dropped, and then the last one, you're going to remove the database in cluster register. You're using SRCTL to do this. SRVCTL remove database name. But another thing you probably have to do is sometimes even you drop it, it should be clean in your ASM, but sometimes not really. So you got logging ASM to clean up some file. If some file, usually the file will be online logs or some backup files. So you log in the files, you can see, say, check what file it is, right? For example, under test, you have a directory still there, and also FRA recovery storage. You also have some archive log control files. Generally, most time you have archive log, you have to manually to deal with it. So in the file is you can look into say what file it is. make sure you're in the right directory. You don't want to delete the other database files. So this is one of them in your data file, everything location, control file, data file. Another one's usually is your backup or online logs. This FRI test. You're looking for this both directory to see you have it or no. If you have some file, it's pretty easy to do. It's generally you're doing is you go to this group, right? You list this file, what it is. Make sure you're in the right location, and then you issue rm-r5. R5. This database, meaning this directory name. You remove all of them. Generally, it's the database name. And you go another one, is the location, and you find files there. You're using this remove command dealing with it. Both usually is very clean. When it deleted, you can check at least the test to see anything there. It's going to say whole test does not exist. So by this way, it's done. The next I will show you. We try to delete one database, called SEED, command line, what we're going to do. First, we set up environment with a database called seed. This instance one was set up on the node 1. First, we start this database. I already shut down it before. So the database started. The next one we log in. And then we try to do is try to decluster database using this command. Let's stop database. Using srvctl. Database stopped now. The next one we're going to start database in mount database in restrict model. By now the database decluster is on a single node only. Now we can drop database. No one can touch database except me. Okay, database dropped. Another one is a command we're using to remove the database from cluster register. So database removed. The next one, we're going to clean up. The reason is even you do this way, they still have some files left in SM. Still have something. Let me go some hard way. Try to show you some command what can do, cannot do. If you directly remove some directory which has the file inside, you probably cannot do it. You have to do it to remove the file first, and then you can do it. So it's how it is set up. If directory is empty, you can use rm command to dealing with it. It should be fine. The simple way to remove the whole directory is just using the options to remove it. There's rm command. Just look in Linux. You have some option can use -rf recursive, also force to remove it. Before I show you the chart to removing directory, you will not be, if they are not by now rf, whole directory will be gone. You check it again, you cannot find anymore. Hope you like it. Thank you for watching. Okay, thanks.